Someone needs to tell the ex-husband that the one who has passed on was no longer his wife. They have been apart for more than maybe 10 years or so. I'm not sure, but it is a very long time. For him to be crying all over the place to the point you shift the entire attention to you is not a sign that you loved her than the husband. It is not a sign that you are more emotional than the husband. It is a sign of a man who is emotionally immature and he lacks wisdom. And in short, he's just being toxic because this is not even his moment. To the point we are no longer even seeing his widow. Husband now, widower. Nile kitu inanikasirisha. We have pastors. This was our sister in Christ. She lived a vibrant but a quiet private life. For the ex to be showing up as if the real widower wasn't doing enough, wasn't good enough. Hey. Yani hata to the point we were receiving the news, the video clip I saw, I was struggling to hear because the one who was taking the video was focused on that pastor to the point I was just like, kwani who is dead? Yani una steal the moment even from the dead. Hey, it was bad in a way. Yani kuna vitu unaangalia unasema, hey, even though, but this is not even right. In fact, kwa wale watu walikuwa wamepewa priority ya kukaa kwa viti ya mbele, he wasn't supposed even to be given. But overshadow event ya wenyewe, overshadow. You are crying and women around you and the other one is praying in tongues. What was she praying in tongues? Yani unakuwa comforted more than the real widower. I want to see that woman who was praying in tongues atuambie alikuwa anaomba nini na atuambie what was the spirit nearing to her, telling her. Because in this whole thing we have the real widower who should be in front. They should just allow that man to own this thing. And those people who are around all this matter, they need to control all this image. Control the damage because you are just allowing the pastor. Because for me, we all know this pastor. We all know him. Tumemuona kuanzia during the scandals. Who doesn't know that this man is toxic? And for the simple ones, they are just like, I need an ex like that. That is a sign of maturity. What is maturity? Maturity is knowing when to step back and allow people on their moments. Maturity is understanding that you are no longer her husband. The only thing that brought you together were kids. Maturity is understanding that she had a man, she had an authority, she had a husband figure. She had a priest. That priest was no longer you but another man. Let that man own that moment. Na ile kitu inanikasirisha ingine, kuna pastors wako hapa and they are not seeing all this. Hawezi ona hata wakaambia jamaa hapana hatutakuruhusu ufanye hivyo. Hii event sio yako. She had a husband. Let the husband own this moment. There's nothing good about those people who like stealing other people's moment. We have seen them in weddings, in graduation parties. We have seen them in churches. We have seen them. Yani she will always show up to shift the attention from the main character to her. Ni ile tu yani character haikukuwa kwenye process of that thing. Because I have seen this lady akisema ya kuwa when our sister got sick, all she wanted was privacy. Privacy including from the ex-husband. And when matters got worse, they did not call the ex-husband. They called the husband. Now we have the ex who is showing up as if the real widower wasn't doing enough. Toxic people are just toxic, and for the simple ones, you are just here. Oh, it's sign of maturity. Oh, there's nothing like maturity there. Those are signs from people who suffer from low self-esteem. They seize that moment to be at the center of attention. As long as he will be the one getting all the attention from the bloggers and media, he doesn't care about what everybody else goes on. To the point where you are not even seeing the close family members in the picture. What we see just this pastor and this cameraman and crying like he's the one who has lost the wife. The problem with the people who are toxic, you don't even know when they are being real or they are just being dramatic. You can't tell. But I mean, Anisinya, we need men who are mature, men who are in spirit to bring the entire situation under control. The ex-husband should be told, hapana, toka mbele, rudi nyuma. Mi hata juzi wakienda kuona mwili, I was surprised. I was hoping to see the husband, but I did not see the husband. Because whoever is taking the camera isn't showing us the husband. He's more focused on the ex, paka unashindwa kwani what was still happening between these two. If the event is not yours, why are you all over the place? The wedding is not yours. You are just a bridesmaid. Why are you all over the place? That graduation party is not yours. Why are you all over the place? Nasikia tu nimekasirika. Let's give our sister the respect she deserves. She lived a quiet life. Let us not tumpe tu ya amani alitaka. Hii madrama na makamera saa zote wewe tu yani tu mwanaume. Me, I have never understood the need of people wanting to be in front of nini all the time camera. Unalia, unataka kamera. Unakula, unataka kamera. Unazimia, unataka kamera. Umeenda choo, unataka kamera. I have never understood the need of the cameras, especially grown-ups. A mature man in your heading to 50, unataka to be a center of attention saa zote. To do what? May her soul rest in peace. May her soul rest in peace. Iyo ilinihit. Ilinihit because this life can be fragile. And I don't think we have men who are... Kama kuna men who are standing with the real husband in private. Musikuwe wa Kristo hiyo wa kusema waacha tu tunaachia Mungu, let us pray. Hapana, bring that man in front. And help that man to own this event. Sababu, the one who is in the Ninisa is his wife. In fact, the ex now, huyu ex inastahili tu kukuje na wazee wamwambiwe penye mmefika, you have had enough attention. Step back. Hey!